We got what we need to fix a fan relay, but we are gonna go into practice, qualifying, and race today with no ABS.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I hear like a newish noise.
Does not sound good. I'm talking to Hunter about it.
Yeah, it's definitely something metallic-y, kind of bouncing around. I don't want to tell you this, but bring it in and let me look under it. It's dead. Yeah, the gearbox is shot.
Car's up on the jack stands, they're getting ready to pull the thing, and it might actually not be a gearbox.
This ring, it's just hanging in there and bouncing around, so.
When I thought the gearbox was shot, gearbox wasn't shot. So I checked my brain into qualifying, now I gotta check back into qualifying.
Qualifying didn't go so well. I don't know where he qualified, but it was below 30th.
We're getting ready for race one. It's coming up pretty shortly, and Cheek noticed that the exhaust was broken at the flex joint.
It's broke.
Where?
Right here.
They're just gonna throw some zip ties on it, get it together, and we're just gonna send it. Let's just go race.
This thing's making a hell of a noise right now.
One of the guys smells gear oil. Kind of have a tough decision to make.
Dude, this thing, I gotta pull it in.
I couldn't do it. I know what happens in those situations. Gearbox blows up, you know, car spins, hits something, ruins everyone else's race. These races are so short that, man, I don't want to be the reason why someone doesn't get to go race, you know.
We gotta pull the gearbox.
The guy smelled gear oil, I smelled gear oil, and it's just gonna ruin it's gonna ruin everyone's race. Something's wrong with that box. Okay. And I'm not gonna tear the car up for that.
I have a feeling the throwout bearing is in pieces.
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, we gotta pull the box.
The GLTC car is done for the day, unfortunately. I didn't really anticipate pulling a gearbox this weekend.
We are dropping the trans.
It's been a pretty tough year this year. You know, this is the teething of developing a car, especially in the middle of a season. I know I've said it 100 times, but it's still kind of debilitating. It's tough because it wears on everyone in the shop. It wears on Chase, it wears on me. I mean, you know, it's difficult to drive the car because I know what my capabilities are. I know where I should be in the pack. And when I'm not there, it's kind of, you know, disheartening a little bit. And it's just, you know, I'm constantly trying to help develop and fix the car instead of just being able to focus on a race. I haven't focused on a race at all. I focused on what problem are we trying to solve right now, and unfortunately that problem's not winning races. That problem is getting the car to go around the track.
You don't have a wrench long enough to get the leverage you need?
This has been an emotional roller coaster for me, as I've mentioned before. I'm team owner. You know, there's a lot of pressure just for me because one, I want to make the company look good. I want to have my team look good. I want my team to be happy. I want Brian to be happy. I want to be happy. So there's kind of this thing called compartmentalization, and they say, Chase, the transmission's bad. You know, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. I'm like, that's cool. I'm just gonna drift. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm just as happy as can be. I know Brian's mad, and I told the guys, I said, give him some space, let's get out of here. And then went back and drifted another session. So, I don't know, compartmentalization is a beautiful thing. Maybe we should start a brand, just compartmentalization.
One of the first things you do to pull this gearbox is pull the cooler lines off. So when we cracked the lower line to drain the fluid, not a whole lot came out. Earlier in the day, we had a dust shield off the back of the tail house on the transmission come off, and it was kind of banging around. It kind of compromised the rear seal on the actual transmission itself. It also scored the drive shaft up, so we were losing fluid out of the tail shaft, and I guess it got to the point where it was burned up, or I mean, I'm not really certain at this point, but it compromised the gearbox to the point of, you know, being undrivable. So we got the gearbox out. We wanted to swap it in tonight, but man, everyone has been up since, you know, 5, 6 a.m. and we didn't get into our Airbnb until like 12:30 a.m. So no one's slept, everyone's exhausted. It's just, everyone's tapped down. So we got to fix our exhaust too. We're gonna get Andy also to weld that up for us. So big shout out to Andy this weekend. But we'll look forward to tomorrow. Again, we'll have ABS, we'll have a brand new gearbox. That's why I was having like gear selection problems, and we'll be good to go. Guys got to the track pretty early this morning to go ahead and knock that gearbox out. Me and Chase stayed back a little bit, try to get some extra rest so we can be sharp for the day. The guys are finishing up the gearbox swap now. I'm just watching some video just because I'm new to the track and whatnot. And I guess I wasn't paying that much attention, and all of a sudden I hear GLTC first call to grid.
GLTC, please make your way to grid. GLTC, please make your way to grid.
I'm throwing my suit on, I'm getting ready. I didn't realize how much time had passed.
Once again, GLTC, please make your way to pit lane. GLTC.
The gearbox is in the car, but they're just kind of fighting with its exhaust at this point.
You want me to put the tires on?
Yeah, hang on. Go to the other side.
I realized the wheels weren't on the car, wheels and tires weren't on the car. There's a couple other things I knew I could do. So I started putting wheels on the car. Got the cameraman handing the guys tools.
Y'all got the impact for these numbers?
I got it. I just don't know the size of this. 15. Hold the brake.
When I started the car, I noticed that the engine coolant temp was -4 degrees. Guys rushed over, popped the hood, looked at it. Cheek saw that during the gearbox swap, we broke the coolant temp sensor.
Without an ECT sensor, you're kind of just toast. It's either gonna work or it's not.
Just know, I mean, you've got gears, you've got transmission, that's not going to come apart. The suspension's good, everything's torqued, everything's done, so worst case scenario, you're not injured. We got nothing losing fluid, so we're not going to ruin anybody else's race, so just rock it. Yeah, copy that. No, we're not going to be able to race. Limb is like 0.5. It needs coolant temp sensor input. I can't drive the car.
As I'm starting to go, you know, with heavy throttle, the car is just misfiring like crazy. It's jumping back and forth. The car needs coolant temp. It needs to be able to see coolant temp for fuel correction, and currently it thinks it's -4 degrees.
6 lambda, so.
I could barely keep up during the formation lap, so I did one formation lap and I dove off pit lane. I'm pretty frustrated, man. It's just nothing seems to be going right. This is a really avoidable situation. It's a broken engine coolant temp sensor, right? I feel bad for everyone involved because it's not like anyone's being lazy. Like everyone is busting their asses, but it's just little things here and there just seem to keep happening.
Last night, the call was made that, hey, these guys are tired, we should go home, you know, all that stuff. I think it was a mutual call, and I agreed in the moment where I said, yeah, that's probably the right thing, because you just have that like toxic positivity, that optimism. Oh, we'll throw the transmission in, it's easy, this and that. But you don't know, and you know, these cars, they take a lot of abuse. You never know, the stuff's gonna go back in poorly, and so we should have suffered more and stayed up until the transmission was in and the exhaust was connected and then gone home. And I guarantee you we would have all slept better. We probably would have had better sleep for 5 hours than we did in 8 hours that we got the night prior. So we all learned a lesson. I don't mean to hardcore go against anybody on anything. I just, you know, it was the right thing to do to stay there, and we didn't.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think it's not good.
Do better.
Do better. That's what I think. Do better.
Yeah, do better.
Really? Enough is enough.
We found a Ninja coolant temp sensor. Our guys over at K-Power Industries got us one. They saved our day there. ABS module showed up right in time for race 3, so we're gonna bring all that stuff down to Andy and he's gonna dial it in for us.
All right. Oh, you got the new one.
We got the new one.
Oh, perfect.
It's funny how it's like these things go wrong and then you're like, we're done. But then a carrot is kind of dangling in front of you and it's like, yeah, it's like the toxic positivity, but not somebody doing it. It's like life that gives it to you. You're like, we're done. Like, guys, this was too much. Let's just call it, we're done. The ABS unit shows up and it's like, hi, I'm a new ABS unit. I can make your race go better. You should install me and keep suffering more. It's okay. So you put it on and then you get, you know, it's like it brings you back a little bit. You get motivated again. And then sometimes so many bad things happen in a row that it's like easy to motivate you again. It's like even a little ABS unit can bring you back.
Oh, my bad.
No, I knew it. I got ABS, dude, for the first time in my life.
I'm so excited. We've got a car, we've got new tires, you know, we've got a fresh gearbox, we've got ABS, everything it just feels right, finally.
That's normal. Okay. I think it's good.
Dude, thank you so much, man.
You're a lifesaver.
So maybe this goes without saying, but because we didn't make race 1 or 2, we are starting back of the pack for race 3. We have ABS, Brian's got a couple laps in the car, so we'll see.
All right, let's try this again. Cut to an awesome scene of me passing cars.
I am more pumped right now than I've been in a long time. Made a bunch of positions, man. The car's feeling good. I mean, we have barely made any laps, so I'm just happy that the car's on track. ABS is functioning, man. Killing it in the braking zones. I'm super stoked about that. We get about a lap and a half in and full course yellow.
Kerry James, Joel Morrison off at 11, and they're buried in that sand trap.
Yeah.
And that is not good news for us.
These races are so short that generally a decent full course yellow is going to end the race.
I'm feeling cheek, I might shed a tear. Maybe they'll give us one more lap and then get us out of here.
Unfortunately, we did end the race under yellow. It was just too much to clean up in the allotted time.
Boy, I'll tell you, I've never seen a S2000 become such an effective shovel.
Yeah, snowplow even.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be over already. I'm supposed to have a beer in my hand that we don't have here.
Be done racing right now.
Literally, I'd be done right now. And I'd be in first place.
Overall, we learned a lot throughout the weekend. You know, I think one big takeaway is that when we go to the track, if we have a problem, we are not leaving the track until that problem is solved.
Yeah, I mean, we're there to work, and basically, like I said earlier, we're there to suffer more. So if that means staying up for 24 hours straight, that's what we're there to do.
The turn-in's good, everything's like working really well, so. How's the car? Good? Good, man.
I'm just grateful for my drift car, because if it wasn't for my drift car working even just half the sessions, I'd be very grumpy. I would pull the plug. But I go and I drift and everything's okay. Thank you for drifting.
We've got a bit of rain in the area here as we head down and get set for Grid Life Touring Cup race number 4. The track is wet and extremely slippery.
I like the rain. If every weekend we had at least one rain race, that'd be fine by me. I feel like I'm pretty strong in the rain. I'm just hoping that everyone else can keep it on the track, including myself at this point.
And there it goes.
Green, 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 green.
And already down to turn 1. Nice and tidy here, boys and girls. And whoa, Wimble goes for a slide, and he's off course.
3 wide right now.
With how the weekend unfolded, I didn't think, hey, by the way, it's pouring down rain, maybe we should make some setup changes, and we just went with a dry setup.
The front end's giving up quite a bit. Just can't turn the car.
I was just happy that the car was functioning and everything was working as it should.
This is so close to the line.
For the first time since Lime Rock last year, James Houghton wins Grid Life Midwest Festival Race 4.
Yeah, it was a hell of a weekend, huh? Boy, was it, but at least we finished the weekend finishing a race. Amen to that. Now we know we got a good car. No unnecessary risk. How much risk right now, dude?
Let's go. Go.
The car, wound up in a much better place at the end of the weekend, so I am looking forward to being able to drive the car more.
There's a lot of positive takeaways from this weekend because of all the hard work. We have ABS. We know we have an adjustable car where the adjustments make a difference, and you can tell if it's an adjustment thing or something's broken.
It was certainly a struggle. It was very frustrating as a driver, but I mean, overall, the only silver lining is it kind of brought the team together a bit. We learned a lot from that, and taking that into the next, handful of events is all you can do. It's just make the best of what you got. But we really need to be a lot better if we ever want to win a race.